exact face I'm talking about. Where he gets real into it. And he sticks, biting his tongue a little bit. That's your son. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to PAE Panther Pride number 3. PAE Panther Pride number 3. That's right. We back at it again, reviewing your favorite Degrassi episodes, which are just random Degrassi episodes. This one, season 2.
Degrassi episodes are favorite Degrassi episodes, except for the ones with the new kids, because not interested.
Yeah, I'm trying. I mean, because then I was just on the last one we were talking about how they were swapping fluids. Spinner swapped some fluids with some of them kids too.
What?
Yeah, there was one.
Old enough to be their dads out here?
There was one. She was on there, but then she went on to be like on one of them CW shows. She had red hair. I forget who she was. She was one of the new girls. She had I think maybe she had a brother. Maybe she had a brother. But then, yeah, Spinner got with her. Oh, yeah, she tried to, I think maybe she tried to kill herself.
Ashley?
No. The one of the newer girls that Spinner was messing with, I think she tried to kill herself, or she tried to, she had an eating disorder, maybe. Yeah, man, Degrassi came with the real deal Holyfield. The only other show that came with the real deal Holyfield like this about school that I watched was Boston Public. Yeah, I loved Boston Public.
Never seen it.
You ain't never seen with Chi McBride?
Mm-hmm.
All them freaking rolls in the back of his head?
Well, I'm well acquainted with those.
Them joints look like a honey bun.
I'm
I'm well acquainted with the rolls on the back of Chi McBride's head. That honey bun like situation on the back of his head. Chi McBride's gonna hear this one day and be like, man, what the fuck?
Does he listen to podcasts?
Who are these motherfuckers?
I forgot.
That's my Chi McBride.
That's his voice to you?
That's his voice in Undercover Brother. When he's always yelling.
Okay. Oh, shit. We should watch it.
We can watch Undercover Brother after this is over.
But I want to watch Scary Movie 2.
You gotta pick one.
Scary Movie 2. It's been longer.
We'll watch Scary Movie 2. Okay. We are back. Season 2, Episode 4. This one, ladies and gentlemen, this one is a doozy. Apparently, we're starting out, Paige is being a bitch, as usual. Ashley's looking...
Some context.
Oh, because she's being a bitch to Ashley because apparently there was a party last year where Ashley called her a hag.
You should have watched these from the beginning. The first episode of the Degrassi series is the first 2 episodes, because that's when Emma met up with that dude from the interview.
We'll do that. We can do those later. When we do those, you want to be the host of those?
I mean, I'm getting involved or whatever.
So that's a nah. So apparently Ashley had this party last year, which I'm going to wager is the last season. She called Paige a hag. She cheated on No Shape Up Aubrey with Sean, who I think is a better option anyway than Aubrey. Look at his hair.
Sean's hair?
No, I'm talking about Aubrey.
You really like that Sean's hair?
Nah, just get out of here. I'm just saying he's on the scale of 1 to 10. He's closer to 10 than I guess Jimmy would be. But I guess everybody liked Jimmy because he played basketball and he I don't know. Were his parents rich? Did we ever find out anything wrong with Jimmy's parents?
I thought Jimmy's parents did have money.
That's right, because they bought him all that stuff and Spinner stole it.
555 soul.
In his was it his triple? Yeah, it was his 555 soul, right? Because I was about to say, was it that E-Nice?
Is that how you pronounce that?
I don't think so. I think my man Gary, I kept saying it one day, and he pulled me to the side at elementary school. He goes, you know it's Nietzsche, right?
I knew you were going to say Nietzsche.
He's like, you know it's Nietzsche, right? And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it's not E-Nice, it's Nietzsche. And I was like, oh. Okay, thank you for telling me, because I've been going around just like... I've been going around just like, look at these Nietzsche jeans.
Nice.
Yeah. God.
Oh man, that's like came out. They remember the G-Unit sneakers?
I had a pair of G-Unit sneakers.
Well, they said, I don't know why, but Thea's brother read it as Gunnets because he has who them Gunnets.
Who got them Gunnets, baby? I got them Gunnets, baby. Okay, yeah. I mean, I've never been a big fan of Jimmy this entire series.
And you're still not a big fan of him in life now.
I mean, I like mixed. I'll say she's talking about Drake at this point. I like mixtape Drake. All of this, Hunter Highland Drake. No, I'm not a big fan of him. Because Drake ain't from the islands. And let me stop before I got the. What are the? So I know you got the Rihanna Navy, the Beyonce Bayhive. What do you call Drake heads?
Beehive, and I don't know. I feel like they just make up all these names out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden it's just a thing.
Why? I guess I'll get into that later. But why the Rihanna Navy? She was never in the army or the military or the Navy.
I didn't even turn off the fan, did I?
You be leaning on that thing every 5 seconds. It just you can turn it back on. You need to put it on low. Put it on low. There you go. If it's not blasting, it's not worth having on, huh? God. I don't get it, but okay. It's not for me to get. This is season 2, episode 4. It's called Karma Chameleon, and I guess it makes sense because I guess Ashley's getting karma, but she already apologized.
I remember this. I made an AIM name based off this episode.
Karma Chameleon?
That's so weird that I just remembered that. I remember a few of my embarrassing AIM names.
I only had one.
What was your AIM name?
Goodfella 603. Why? No clue. 603? No clue. Goodfella? Never even seen the movie at that point. Just
all your life you've been
Goodfella 603. I find something and I stick with it. Episode starts. Paige is... Oh, this is after the credits. Paige is yet again being a bitch to Ellie. She's like, hey, look, hun. Which is, hey, look, bitch, in her language. She says, hey, look, hun, to Ellie. Can you move? Because me and Hazel, we're like best friends. And we want to sit next to each other. And, can you just move? And Ellie's like, yeah, okay. I understand what you're saying. You want me to move. She doesn't move. Paige gives her the, hey, bitch, why don't you move? And Ellie's like super goth at this point. She hasn't had... She's not Marco's beard yet.
the whole time.
Nah, she got less goth as the time went on. She's not Marco's beard yet.
Yeah, that happened.
The shit in this show. So Ashley, she's back in school, or I don't know where she's at, or what she's come back from. She's like, hey, Paige, can I talk to you? We've been friends since grade 2. And instead of saying just second grade, they say grade 2. That's on Trailer Park Boys. They say grade 11 and grade 10 and all that shit. So I guess that's how they measure it. Ashley, she's like, hey, I'm hoping we can be friends. Paige is like, okay, we have been friends for a long time. Let me think about it. She gives her the nod. Now we go down to the B plot, which is with some of my favorite characters, Toby and JT. No? Not a big fan of Toby? He disappeared close to the end of the show, didn't he?
I don't hate Toby. He's just not cute.
He wasn't one of the good-looking ones?
To be fair,
Not really. Not really. But, okay, Toby is like, he's walking around, he's talking about anime, and he's like, anime is the greatest thing to happen to animation in a while. And JT and Manny and Emma, they're like, Doug, stop being a fucking nerd for like 2 seconds of your life, and let's talk about something else. Girls don't want that. Girls want Craig, as they both run up to Craig because they love Craig for some reason. I still don't get it. I didn't think Craig was anything special.
Well, Craig is special.
You liked Craig, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
You didn't like Craig.
No, I didn't think he was cute.
So you what? So don't tell me you were Jimmy. You like Jimmy.
I like Marco.
Oh.
I told you I was we were bad at that.
I remember you telling me. I remember you telling me this. Lance Bass and Marco. Your radar was just.
My first boyfriend, gay.
Oh man.
And everybody told me.
That's one of those, because I'm pretty sure that's one of those things you're like, it's pretty sure there's, what was, Hazel? Well, didn't Hazel like Marco for a little bit? And then she went out with Hazel and she was like, no, he's not. Because you're in elementary school, a boy likes you. Wait, were you in elementary school when it happened? High school?
Middle school, like
Seventh grade?
Yeah.
So yeah, you didn't have a good
7th
understanding.
And 8th grade.
Yeah, you wouldn't have that good of an understanding. So I'm guessing you're like, no, man. No.
But apparently I wasn't picking up on Lance Bass either.
Nah. I don't think anybody picked up on Lance Bass because guess what? He never talked enough for you to get that vibe from him. He never said anything.
I mean, but he went the whole entire time looking like a gym teacher.
That's just his face.
He looks like a lesbian gym teacher. In fact, he looks like this gym teacher I had in elementary school who I'm pretty convinced was a lesbian too. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I just feel like
We've all had that gym teacher. Somewhere in our lives. We've all had that one gym teacher who... I had one in elementary school. So, they've got...
They make all the stereotypes about gym teachers, and sometimes...
They just fit.
It seems it's kind of true.
She had the glasses. Not like the regular glasses, but they were like the gym teacher sunglasses. She could whistle with her tongue. She could... When we played dodgeball... like when you just do it, you don't have to put your fingers in your mouth to whistle. You just...
She knew what the hell she was doing with that joint.
Working that tongue. And then she could throw a mean dodgeball. She hit me once, and I mean, that is...
She hit you in the face?
No, she hit me in the back, and I was like, through my shirt. That is hurt. I was like, good Lord. That's when you figure out, oh man, girls can really throw as hard as boys. She knocked me in my back, but we've all had that teacher once or twice in our life.
Yeah.
And so we're back to the episode. Still B plot. No, I guess we're back in the A plot. The class is in Miss Hatsalakos' classroom, talking to her, doing things, class is dismissed. Ashley goes to talk to Jimmy, and Jimmy, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry that I kissed Sean and did some drugs at my party last year. It wasn't me. It wasn't the drugs. Aubrey's like, look, fuck all that. You can't just blow this off and pretend it's not a big deal. She's like, look, man, it is a big deal. I went to rehab, Mm-hmm. I did some... Do you remember what kind of drugs she did? Because I guarantee you it was just weed.
Who, though?
Ashley.
Nah. I think it might have been fentanyl.
I mean, wait, her dad was like a lawyer. Well, I'm saying, yeah, he could, if he needed it, he could get access to it and just leave it around to where Ashley could get to it. She's just leaving fentanyl sitting around. I don't know about that. But I'm pretty sure it was weed because back in, I'm guessing the early 2000s even, they were still demonizing weed. Like, you do weed and you can't control yourself. Yeah.
Speaking of,
it's down here. If you want, you gotta come down here. She does that very often. She does that very often. I'm glad the world heard that because she does that so often. It's cute, but I hate it at the same time. And the thing is, she's not lying. She's not even lying. She doesn't even think about it what she does. It's just like sick. It's like a tick to her. It's just a second nature at this point. But yeah, it was probably weed. They probably demonized it. They probably made her lose her mind. They probably made her... We'll go back and review this because, I mean, if you guys want me to do these in order, like Jerry is saying, write in, send a message or something.
Why don't you just do it because I suggested it and I know what I'm talking about sometimes?
Y'all see this? This is not even her. This is not even her joint, and she gonna come over here and try to bogart my shit and be like, "Yo, do it like this now."
I'm just trying to help you out, Nick.
You see this? The abuse that I suffer at the hands of this one, at the tiny hands of this one over here. But back to the thing. Ashley and Aubrey are talking. You know, they're reconciling. They're laughing. Jimmy is sitting there with his non-shaped up head. Are there no other black people in this school besides him and Hazel?
Half Liberty, I guess.
Yeah, half of Liberty. I'm talking about like.
I mean, to be fair, half of Aubrey then.
Okay, I'm talking about full-blooded black.
Okay, so I think
Because
Hazel then, because
there's no black dudes.
Like in the background.
Okay, because I'd love to see.
I remember the whole background with Hazel was that she
turned out to be
that other chick to wearing a hijab.
She like in the Middle East or something.
She was Jamaican.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
she was like, well, actually, I'm Muslim too.
The stuff that they touched on in this show. What did that happen before or after 9/11?
She wrote her fashion ticket, and even Paige was like, I don't think I can condone that.
Like, I can't co-sign that. Paige is like, I'm a bitch, but I don't think I can co-sign this one. That's it. This show touched on some pretty big topics. They touched on eating disorder, not just for the girls, but for the guys too. For Toby when he tried to do the weight thing, make weight, addiction, sexually transmitted diseases.
All been addicted to some sort of drug.
Yep, pregnancies, mental health illness with Craig, learning disabilities with Spinner, suicidal tendencies with that girl I was talking about at the beginning. I can't remember. I'm gonna say her name's like Marla or something. I'm gonna call her Marla. Emma, online predators with Emma. Very first episode, right out the gate, she was like, "Hey, I'm Emma. I look like a Bush baby. You want to meet somewhere private, real quick?" And then she just went.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff. We should sit down and they should make kids watch this show. They should. I hope this is still playing on Canadian television, CTV or whatever that is.
CCTV.
It's called CCTV.
Maybe it's not. Maybe CCTV is like
Closed caption.
Yeah.
Okay. We're back. We're back to plot B. Toby's over at Snake and he's like, "Hey, Mr. Snake, I'm looking for that anime disc. Do you know, can I borrow it?" He's like, "No, I gave it to somebody else. Here it is." He's like, "Who did you give it to?" This little Asian girl spins around and she's like, "I got that joint. If you want it, come to lunch and I'll get it from you." And it's obvious from the get-go, Toby is smitten. He's loving her whole vibe, her anime gig. Why don't you like anime? You do like anime. You just like Attack on Titan. That's it.
I do have Inuyasha kicks.
Inuyasha.
That's about it.
Garbage tier anime. If I do say so myself.
What happened?
Yeah, she'll never pay attention to me. We back over with the cool kids. They're all putting down Ashley still. Paige is like, "Be careful, blah, blah, blah." Hazel, the sensible friend again, is like, "You know what, Paige? Maybe you're just jealous. Take it easy." Did Paige ever like Jimmy? At all?
No.
So why was she so mad?
Because that's her boy.
They're just like good friends.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they've never gotten together, right? Okay.
Like, why are you like, you're just gonna do my boy like that?
Okay, she's coming. I thought she was coming from a place of, I'm trying to get some of that Aubrey schmeg.
Nah, that's schmeg.
And let me get some of that Aubrey schmeg.
I don't think anybody wants anybody schmeg.
I'm not saying that, you nasty.
Well, you said it.
I said it, but I'm not taking. Get out of here. We're back with Ashley. She's trying to pay for lunch. For some reason, she doesn't have $1 to pay for it. She's like, "Yo, spot me, lunch lady, until tomorrow." Sean comes up. He's like, "I got you. Don't worry about it." You know, Ashley's like, "You know, let's that thing that happened last year. Haven't we paid for it enough? Let's, just go for it and being friends. Sean's like, cool, but then Craig comes out of nowhere, who also swapped spit with Ashley. He's like, look, man, she's into you now. Strike while the iron is hot. Strike while that clam is open and trying to make a pearl. Do clams make, no, oysters make pearls, right?
I don't know what you're saying, but you need to.
Do clams make pearls? Just oysters. Okay, we're going to say oysters. So now we're still with Ashley. She sneaks into Mrs. Kwan's class, who's never not been a bitch, I don't think, on this TV show. She's like, look, Ashley, I don't like people trying to sneak into my class. See me after class, you bitch. She sits next to Paige. Paige cracks a joke about Miss Kwan about putting a bell around her neck because she's a cow. And I guess that's the, hey girl, everything's cool. Is that how if you got into a fight with your girlfriends, Jerry, do you make up with them by cracking wise about somebody else? Is that how you let them know they're back in the crew?
You have to have friends first to make up with.
I'm talking about you had friends.
You mean in high school?
You such a sad sack.
Excuse me?
You such a sad
I'm
sack.
just playing. I got some friends out there.
I got some friends out there somewhere.
We don't fight.
I'm just saying.
But like, you mean like back in the day if I had a fight with friends?
Is that how? Because I guess that's how guys do.
I didn't fight with my friends like that, and if I did, then we just like weren't friends.
Forever.
Like
One beef and that's
it.
it.
Had like any real beef with like okay, like like when me and Haley were friends, then we had that one. But...
I got in a fight with my friend Alan at recess, and by the time recess was over, we had already resolved said issue.
Yeah, I'm just like I feel like all this happened like it's been.
Sleepy there? You all right?
I wouldn't mind popping an allergy med.
To go to sleep? Just go to sleep. That's a whole nother tub of fish, Jerry.
We gotta go through the allergy medicine in there. It expires next month.
Oh, so what? We just need to start using it up before next month? That's not how medicine works. That ain't how medicine works. It's not like milk, and it's like, oh man, the milk's getting ready to expire. Let's just all have a bowl of cereal. Let's have as many bowls of cereal as we can. Oh man, this allergy medicine is about to expire. Better pop as many as we can in this short time period. That's not how medicine works, ladies, children. That's not how medicine works. If there are any kids listening,
I didn't mean to take more than the serving.
I'm waiting for you to look at my face.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Mm-hmm. So now we're back in Ashley's house. She's super excited because guess what, guys? It's picture day. Ashley is pumped. She's got her friends back. She's about to get Jimmy back. She's having a date with Sean. She's sitting there with Terry, who's also a good friend, I guess, but not really a good friend. Terry went whenever the wind blew. And
that's not true. Terry was her friend, but she was being a bitch to Terry here. And Terry was like, I gotta stop fucking talking to you a year ago like everybody else.
So let's a little background. She's sitting there with Terry. She gets a call from Sean, who's got his balls up, and he's like, yo, what's up, girl? You want to go to the movies on Friday? We can go see that new, I don't know, Canadian Mountie movie. Dudley Do-Right. Mm-hmm. And of course, Sean's sitting in like a... Huh? You're not gonna co-sign that one?
I'm not co-signing that one.
Dudley Do-Right? That was a good movie.
First of all, no, it wasn't.
You didn't like with Brendan Fraser?
I never watched it, but I assumed.
Oh my goodness! Look at her. Get out of here. So she's like actually sitting there, and she's like, life is perfect now. Sean just asked me out, but Terry, I guess being the voice of reason, is like, hey, maybe you should lay low for a little while. You just got back in everybody's good graces, but now you're leading on Jimmy. You're saying that you're gonna go out with Sean. Maybe you should just take it easy. To which Ashley replies, hey Terry, maybe when a guy gets interested in you, you'll know what this is about. To which I also would reply, hey Ashley, go fuck yourself. You know? Because look at, I paused it. Look at her face.
She wanted to say something.
Terry,
Like, I'm not gonna.
Terry ain't with the shits. Yeah, Terry, like I ain't with the shits, but she was with the shits with Rick for a while.
Oh my god, they gave this baby a sew-in.
Goodness gracious. Don't give your baby sew-ins. PSA of the episode: don't give your baby sew-ins. So Terry lets it go. She lets it fly. Now we're back at Degrassi. The next day, it's picture day. Spinner's taking a leak. Toby's really doing a number cleaning those glasses over there before he goes to the bathroom. And he's like, hey, or Spinner's like, hey, Toby, you know a girl named Kendra? And Toby's like, yeah. And Spinner's like, hey, man, she's all up in your steez, bro. She likes you. Only problem with that is her last name is Mason, and my last name is Mason, which makes Toby stop peeing midstream because he's this scared of this man. So Spinner says, you know, don't talk to my girl or I'm going to turn your glasses into contacts. Love that.
I do like that.
I love that insult very much. And he leaves Toby half filled with pee because he had to cut it off midstream. So now...
He leaves him half filled with pee. Rephrase.
He leaves Toby... I don't know how to finish. Toby didn't get to finish taking a piss. Okay.
He could have finished that doing when he left.
We didn't ever get to see it, so I'm just going to assume. So now, Ashley walks in. She's super happy. She's got her bright red or bright orange shirt on. She's feeling herself to the fullest. To the fullest, y'all. So now she walks past Paige. Paige's like, what's up, sex kid? Ashley's like, not much, bitch. I'm looking good. You looking good, too. And of course, Terry's in the back. She's like, look, I'm not feeling Ashley right now. Paige is like, why? Terry spills the beans that she has a date coming with Sean. And Paige does not like that. She's like, she's leading my man's Jimmy on. He thinks there's hope. He thinks they're getting back together. He thinks that they're going to be a thing. And then Paige is on the warpath at this point. You know, just why can't she just stay out of it? Stay out of it. It's not her business. She's always in somebody else's business. And Terry with her cholo eyebrows is like, maybe I shouldn't have said this. And you know, and now we're back in Miss Hatsalakos' class, and you know, Ashley's making googly eyes at Jimmy, and Paige, of course, is looking like, I can't have this happening. So they're doing an experiment where they take, dry ice and put it in some chemicals. And Paige is like, here, Jimmy, you're the dry ice. Ashley's the chemicals. And it dissolves into whatever. I can't get over his hair.
So they did a who wore better on these boots, which are pretty hideous to me. But somebody, look at the first comment. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. It was funny and I had to share.
Goodness gracious.
The one with the heart next to it.
Gracious. Goodness gracious. So now back to this.
Okay, damn.
Yes. Maybe. So then, you know, we're back to it. Aubrey's got some stuff to think about. You know, his shape up and his situation with Ashley. We're in the hallways between classes. JT's telling Toby, look, don't mess with this girl. Spinner's a psycho. But I don't think I've actually seen him beat anybody up or win a fight with anybody, a real fist fight. So I don't get why everybody's so scared of him. JT's like, let's go. We can't do this. You know, Kendra comes up. She's like, hey, man, did you watch, I forget what you called, Sharia last night? Toby's like, of course I did. But Spinner comes. They run away because Toby is, you know, 85% bitch made in this episode until the very end. Now we get into the real deal Holyfield. Aubrey comes up and he starts accosting my man Sean, slamming his locker in his face like he got a problem. He's like, look, you need to stay away from Ashley because that's mine. We are getting back together. That's my girl. You know, keep a low profile. And then Sean's like, well, guess what? I didn't hear about that, and I'll ask her at our date on Friday. You know, which I respect. Aubrey tries to put hands on Sean, but Sean grabs him up under his haunches, picks him up, and slams him into the thing. And if Craig didn't come by, I'm pretty sure he would have beat that shape up right off of Aubrey's forehead. Jimmy's pretty bad at this point. He's been embarrassed a little bit. Ashley comes into the computer lab. She's like, "Hey, Jim. What's up, Jim? He promptly calls her a slut for, I guess, keeping her options open at this point. Jerry, from what they were talking about, was she leading him on, I guess? If Jimmy was your man's.
The way she was saying to him, like, I do feel like she let him on, because it sounded like she was trying to get back with him. Like, I'm sorry I did that. Like, forgive me.
But I mean,
he's like, I missed you, and
yeah. Can you come over? Only if Toby wants to, though.
I mean, I think he was trying to like set the distance. Like, that's not to say like, okay, yeah, we were like back together, but like it sounded like they had plans maybe getting back to that point.
They were trying to find their way back.
Yeah, like or we'll keep it open for each other, but. I don't know, maybe I'm different because, like, I've never been one out here to just want to be talking to a whole bunch of dudes at the same time anyway.
No.
But then I feel like if that's what she wanted to do, like, when she apologized to him, she should have made that clear.
she should have put an addendum at the end of there.
I want you to forgive me. Like, I'm not looking to get back into a relationship right now, but I do apologize for how I did you.
But from the conversation they had, I'm guessing they both took it out that they were getting back together. Like that first date was the beginning of.
Yeah, that was the beginning. That was
the beginning of them getting back together. Okay, I guess. Yeah, okay, I guess you could take it that way. So Aubrey is in Marvin's. He is in the deepest part of Marvin's room right now. He's feeling dejected. He's feeling embarrassed. Calls her a slut. He's like, look, I know all about Sean. I know all about the date that you scheduled after you were talking about you and me were, I guess, building this bridge to get back to where our relationship was, and he's like, you know what, just don't talk to me. Leaves her in the middle of the computer lab with everybody looking at her. I don't agree with him calling her a slut. I don't like men who call ladies out of their name. I feel like there's a better way to do it, but
don't act like you be calling me out my name in your head.
What?
You gonna deny it?
I don't know. Because here's the thing, I feel in every relationship, the person, when you get mad at the person, you don't say what you're feeling. All that shit flies in your head, though. I know you be calling me all sorts of nigga bitches in your head when you be getting mad at me.
Sometimes it's best we just don't.
Exactly. See. So yeah. So
it's like if I let it fly out of my mouth, I can't take it back.
You gonna be like, oh no.
I'm like, great, I just made it worse.
I felt good for 5 seconds, but damn, I just made this so much worse. So yeah, okay. So,
I will say, when you've been in I've gotten much better at de-escalation at this point. Like, it's like, if it's not worth the fight, we just don't say nothing. Let's not speak for a few minutes.
Yeah. Like, no, I'm fine. And then just that golden silence. See, y'all, this is almost 10 years in the game. You don't get this just by accident. This is 10 years of ta-tuppa, karuppa, tuppa, ruppa.
This hair product is so good.
Oh, God.
I feel like a queen.
Okay. Back to picture day at Degrassi. Kendra's still trying to be all up in Toby's steez, but he is still scared of Spinner.
I didn't say it's Toby trying to be all up in Kendra's.
No, she's flirting back. They're bonding over anime. She's trying to, give him like little, hey, I'm across the room. Here's a wink and some eyebrows and a smile. But of course, Toby, still like I said, 85% bitch made in this episode. Bitch is out again and is like, nah, we can't be friends. So after being rejected by Jimmy, Ashley's walking in for lunch. She's no longer wearing her bright orange shirt. She's wearing that Degrassi Panthers sweatshirt. She's not feeling. You can see her confidence just going. Draining little by little by little. Let's see. So it's like the Horcruxes. Jimmy destroyed one Horcrux of her confidence, and she's got a couple left. And she's going to Paige, and she's like, "Guys, I'm having a rough day." Paige is like, "Nah, bitch, you can't sit with us. Get out of here." Ashley's like, "I apologized to you yesterday, bitch. Why can't we be friends?" Paige is like, "Bitch, that was yesterday. We can't be friends anymore." So now, girls are weird.
Yeah, okay.
Paige is like, "No, we can't be friends." Terry rolls up and she's like, "Look, what happened? Why is Ashley so mad?" And then Paige just lays it down in real simple terms like, "Look, you can either spend your 4 years of high school with us, the popular kids, or you can spend your 4 years in your cholo eyebrows with outcasts like Ashley over here." She's like, I guess, she's got to take her time to think about it. Toby is also sitting in the hallway, mad as I don't know what. Not mad, depressed. Somebody bumps into him. He knocks all his shit over. Kendra comes over and is like, "Look, here's this anime CD. Why are you ignoring me? What's happening? You was all up on you was feeling on my booty yesterday like you was R. Kelly, and I was Lil' Kim. And now you don't want nothing to do with me." You know what I'm saying? So then Spinner, of course, Spinner's got he must have a tracker on her because every time that she starts talking to him, here he comes, peering from behind a corner or behind some blinds. And Kendra finally figures out, and she's like, "Look, are you scared of my brother?" He's like, "Nah." She's like, "Look me in the eyes and tell me that you're not scared of my motherfucking brother." Toby can't say nothing. She calls him a straight up coward, straight to his face. To which that would make me mad a little bit. I would at least try to grab her butt or something in front of him, get my man's back.
You said get my man's back.
Stop it. We're in the next scene. Sean's like, "Look, Friday, I'm looking forward to it. You can pick whatever movie you want." Ashley's like, "I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea." Sean's like, "Oh, well, I guess it's because of Jimmy." And she's like, "No, it ain't because of Jimmy." Then all of a sudden he looks over there. He looks over at Paige and Hazel, and he's like, "Oh, it's because of Hazel and Paige, huh? You just gonna dump me, a good dude, after I jacked Jimmy up against that motherfucking locker?" She's like, "Nah, I can't do it." So now she's messed up sitting by her locker with her picture of Craig David, who's, I'm guessing, a big thing at this time. And
Fill me in.
I don't know what that song is.
You can play it?
No, please don't. So we come back from commercial break. Toby walks around the corner and sees his paramour sitting there with a...
That's the word we're going with?
Yes, it's the word I'm going with. You got a different one?
Not paramour.
All right, then. So, see, she's arguing with Spinner. Toby gets ready to walk away, but he finally stops. He gets that 15%, and he levels it up to 100, and not to be 100% not bitch made. Walks up to Spinner and is like, "Yo, I want to talk to your sister." You know what I'm saying? "I'm not leaving because I want to talk to her." And Spinner lays out some generic line like, "Look, I could eat your anus or your bowels," or he says, "I could eat your something."
I'll eat your bowels.
Yeah, he says, which is some gross ass shit, if I do say so myself. So
I'll eat your entrails.
I eat your entrails and throw them all over the quad.
Yeah, but when you said eat your bowels, it sounded like he's out here eating booty.
Out here eating ass. But you know one of them was. You know one of them was out here eating ass. So Spinner's like, "Look, as long as you know what's going to happen if you hurt her feelings, I'll do..." Oh, plane flying by. Let's wait till that goes. This mic is real good. So good. So good. So good. Sounds like a twin-engine Cessna.
Stop guessing.
What do you mean, stop guessing?
Because you don't know.
Don't be mad because you don't know. Huh? You mad because you don't know? I can know stuff. Right? Is that okay with you? For me to know stuff? Okay. So now it's finally picture time. Uh Paige is in the back being a real bitch. She's like three people back from her talking shit about Ashley. All of the, I guess, other random people who go to Degrassi are laughing along with her. Uh Ashley's feeling pretty dejected. So that's the second Horcrux that's been destroyed. The third and final one comes. Terry walks in.
Can you put in terms that I understand?
Horcrux?
How are we destroying Horcruxes right
Okay. You about to get a lesson. Let me go through it. Okay. Voldemort decided that he wanted to live forever, right? So what he did was he split his soul into Horcruxes, which means he can never die unless all of them are destroyed.
You already explained that.
Right? So now I'm putting Terry's confidence as Voldemort's immortality. So at first her confidence was like super good. Jimmy came in, he destroyed a piece. That was her man. Boom, Paige came in, she destroyed another piece. Those were her friends. And then she thought the one who stuck with her for that whole year when nobody was talking to her, Terry. Terry walks into the gym. Ashley's like, yo squad, yo fam, what's really popping? And then Terry ignores her, goes over to Paige, and now she's friendless. She has nobody, and she lost her man.
That's because she shouldn't have said that stuff about Terry.
Yeah.
You know what that makes me think of? You shouldn't have called me a fat ass Kelly Price.
You should. I catfished your ass because you called me a fat ass Kelly Price.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
It wasn't 3. It was crazy.
God. Did you turn the fan up again?
I sat in the
Put it, crank it. Oh wait, we almost done.
I need a snack. Later.
So then.
I'm trying to heat up my Pop-Tart.
Okay. So then, Ashley's coming. She has to take the picture. The picture man's like, "You're beautiful. You should be smiling."
She said, "Shut your mouth and take this motherfucking picture."
Yeah, she said, "Shut the fuck up and take the picture." And the picture man's like, "Fine." She's got this one lonely tear streaking down her face, to which the picture man would have stopped her and wiped the thing off. Because if he has to do reshoots, I guess, he has to pay for those. Mm-hmm. Right? I'm pretty sure if Ashley took these pictures home and there's a picture of her and she's fucking crying, her parents are going to be like, "What the fuck? We bought you this brand new outfit where you got your hair done. You put on this generic ass fucking grassy sweatshirt."
I thought you were doing this generic makeup.
Of course you were looking at the makeup. You're going to put... She put on this generic ass, but damn it, now you got me saying it.
Wearing makeup again now that I feel pretty again.
You've been pretty the whole time.
I love you.
Love you too.
I needed my eyebrows done. They were looking like trash.
I liked your eyebrows.
You liked them because they had gray hair sticking out
I
of them.
liked them. They gave you some
Gave you some character.
Gave you some character, some joie de vivre.
No, it reminds me every day when I look in the mirror how much I'm getting older.
Niggas, we's getting old. It happens.
I know, but why are gray hair showing up already?
Cause you getting old, fam.
I thought that would at least wait
Nope.
until I was in my 30s.
Nope. Where do you think the little itty bitty ones start at? In your 30s, it's gonna
In
come.
my face.
Yeah, in your face. So okay. So Ashley's fully dejected. All of her confidence Horcruxes are broken, and this is where I'm guessing she becomes super goth with Ellie. Forgot cutting. Ellie used to cut herself.
Look, Ellie was a problem.
Ellie was not a problem.
She was a problem because she dated Marco first.
Okay, we're gonna end this episode of Panther Pride on this. So, yeah, Jerry, you want to plug anything on this one?
No, I got nothing.
What about that hair stuff?
Yeah, I'm using some new hair products. It's a red palm oil Shea Moisture collection, I guess. It's really good. My hair's smelling pretty good over here. Curls are popping, moisturized, not frizzy. Defined.
Y'all just take her word for it, because I can't co-sign that, because I don't know shit about it.
But does my hair look okay?
Yeah, it looks curly.
Made me... See, that's all that matters. It looks curly. You can tell it's curly, right?
Yeah, it's curly.
Okay. Then it's right.
All right, there it is. so Jerry's plugging that. I would like to plug Chubby Brothers Barbecue. Chubby Brothers Barbecue down in...
It's looking delicious.
Looking delicious. If everybody goes to Chubby Brothers Barbecue on Instagram, Chubby Brothers Barbecue on Facebook. Two good friends of mine started their own barbecue business. They are really killing it. Meat is delicious. Smoking, grilling, barbecuing. I was gonna say sauteing, but that's not barbecue. So, yeah, go hit them up if you're around my way, Southern Maryland, DMV. Man, hit them up. That barbecue is delicious. That's in the words of John Ralphio. That schniz is straight up delicious.
Oh my god!
All right, so you guys be nice to each other. Be nice to yourselves. Whatever it takes. I know you can make it through. Peace.